Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Jay and May English Podcast, the place where your English actually gets better every single week.
And today, we have a topic that so many of you have asked us about.
Yes, so many messages, so many comments. People saying, May, I study English, I stop. I study again, I stop again.
It's like a cycle, right? Start strong, lose motivation, disappear for 2 weeks.
And then feel guilty. That was literally me 2 years ago, Mr. J.
And today, we're going to break that cycle. We're talking about how to build a real daily English habit, one that actually sticks.
Not the I'll study for 3 hours on Sunday kind of habit.
Exactly. That doesn't work. And by the end of this episode, you'll have a simple system you can start today. Not tomorrow, today.
Okay, but before we jump in, if you're new here, welcome to the family. And if you've been with us for a while, you already know. We keep it real, we keep it simple, and we actually have fun.
So hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, we give you practical, real-life English tips that actually transform how you speak and think in English.
Okay, Mr. J, let's go. So why is building a habit so hard? Like, why do people keep failing?
Great question. And honestly, it's not because people are lazy.
Wait, really? Because I always thought, May, you're just lazy.
No. The real reason is people try to do too much too fast.
Oh, like I'm going to study English for 2 hours every day starting Monday.
Yes. And then Monday comes and life gets busy.
And suddenly it's Thursday and you haven't opened a single book.
Exactly. So the first golden rule, and this is simple but vital, is start small.
Start small. Okay, how small are we talking?
Think about 5 minutes, just 5.
5 minutes? That feels like nothing.
That's the point. When something feels like nothing, you actually do it. You don't avoid it.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because when I think 2 hours of English, my brain goes, no thank you.
Your brain sees it as a big mountain, but 5 minutes, that's just a small step.
So we're tricking our brain a little bit?
We're working with your brain, not against it. There's a difference.
Okay, listeners, quick check. Right now, can you think of 5 minutes in your day that you always have free? Maybe in the morning, on the bus, before bed?
Just one window, 5 minutes. That's your English time.
Hold on, Mr. J. People are going to say, but 5 minutes isn't enough to really learn English.
And that's a fair thought. But here's the thing. Consistency beats intensity every single time.
Ooh, say that again.
Consistency, meaning doing something regularly, beats intensity, meaning doing a lot at once.
So 5 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week?
100%. Think of it like the gym. If you go to the gym once a month for 5 hours,
You're going to be in so much pain, and you won't go back.
right. But if you go for 20 minutes 3 times a week, you build a habit, you see progress, you keep going.
Okay, I love that. So rule number 1 is start small. What's next?
Rule number 2, and this one is a simple trick that changed everything for me, is called habit stacking.
Habit stacking. Okay, that sounds cool. What does it mean?
Habit stacking means you attach your new habit to something you already do every day.
So, like something I already do automatically?
Exactly. For example, do you drink coffee in the morning?
Every single morning. That's non-negotiable.
Perfect. So you stack your English habit on top of that. While I drink my coffee, I listen to an English podcast.
Oh, so the coffee becomes like a trigger.
Yes, you see the coffee, your brain automatically thinks English time.
That's so smart. It's like you're borrowing the habit that already exists.
Exactly. You're not creating something from zero, you're just adding a small thing to something you already do.
Okay, listeners, this is the quick question moment. I want you to pause this episode right now and type your answer in the comments below.
The question is,
What is one thing you do every single day, brushing your teeth, making tea, waiting for the bus, that you could stack your English habit onto?
Type it in the comments. Seriously, pause and write it down. This small action could change your English journey.
We read every comment, so we want to hear from you.
And while you're thinking about that, let's talk about something that most people get completely wrong about building habits.
Ooh, what is it?
Most people think motivation is the key. They wait to feel motivated before they study.
Wait, is that wrong? Because I definitely do that. I wait until I'm in the mood.
And how often does that mood arrive?
Honestly, not that often.
Here's the truth. Motivation follows action, not the other way around.
Wait, say that slowly. I want the listeners to really get this.
Motivation follows action, meaning you don't wait to feel motivated to start. You start first, and then the motivation comes.
So, like, I just open the app or play the podcast even if I don't feel like it?
And within 2 minutes, you're engaged. You're in it.
That is so true. Like, I never regret starting. I only regret not starting.
Exactly. The hardest part is always just beginning.
Okay, so let's recap what we have so far. Rule 1, start small. 5 minutes is enough.
Rule 2, habit stacking. Attach English to something you already do.
Rule 3, don't wait for motivation. Just start, and motivation will come.
And there's one more thing I want to add before we wrap up this part, and this one is vital.
Okay, what is it?
Make your English habit enjoyable. I mean, don't force yourself to study things you hate.
Oh, thank you, because some people think studying English means sitting with a grammar book for an hour looking miserable.
If you love music, listen to English songs and read the lyrics.
If you love cooking, watch English cooking videos.
If you love drama,
Watch a Netflix series with English subtitles. This is so freeing.
the goal is to make English a part of your life, not a separate, painful task you do on the side.
Because if you enjoy it, you'll actually do it every day without forcing yourself.
And that's when the real transformation starts to happen.
You know what? I feel like I need to go rebuild all my habits right now.
That's a good sign. And listeners, so do you.
Okay, so we talked about starting small, habit stacking, not waiting for motivation, and making English enjoyable.
4 really powerful ideas, and I can already imagine some listeners thinking, okay, but what exactly do I do in those 5 minutes?
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to ask. Like, 5 minutes of what?
Great, so let's get specific. And this part, pay close attention, because this is where most learners go wrong.
Ooh, how do they go wrong?
They spend all their time on one skill, usually grammar.
Okay, I was definitely that person.
Just grammar exercises, grammar rules, grammar.
And then you can't say a single sentence in real life.
Because grammar is important, but it's only one piece. English has 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing.
So we need all 4?
You need to touch as many as possible, even in small ways, every day.
Okay, but Mr. J, 5 minutes is really short. Can we actually do all 4 in 5 minutes?
Not all 4 every day, but here's a simple trick for you. Rotate them.
Rotate, like switch?
Yes, Monday you listen to an English podcast for 5 minutes. Tuesday you read 3 sentences of something in English.
Wednesday, you write 5 words or 1 sentence in your notes.
Exactly. And Thursday you speak, even alone, even to yourself.
Wait, speaking to yourself counts?
100%. It's called self-talk, and it's one of the most underrated means not appreciated enough, habits for English learners.
So I can just narrate my morning? Like, I am making coffee. The coffee smells good. I am very sleepy.
Perfect. That is real practice. You're forming sentences, you're thinking in English.
And nobody is judging me because I'm alone.
Exactly. Zero pressure, maximum practice.
Okay, I love this rotating system. It keeps things fresh, so you don't get bored.
And boredom is one of the biggest habit killers. Habit killers means things that destroy your habit.
So rotation kills boredom. Smart.
Now, here's something else that is vital. Tracking your habit.
Oh, like marking it on a calendar?
Exactly like that. Every day you do your English habit, even for just 5 minutes, you put a check mark or a star or a sticker, whatever makes you happy.
Okay, I would absolutely use stickers.
The point is, you start to see a chain. Day 1, check. Day 2, check. Day 3.
And you don't want to break the chain.
There's actually a famous saying about this. Don't break the chain. Once you see that streak building up, you'll do almost anything to protect it.
Because breaking it feels so bad.
Right. The visual progress becomes its own motivation.
So motivation does come just from seeing your own effort, not from waiting for a feeling.
That is a really good observation, May.
I have my moments.
Now, what happens when you do break the chain? Because life happens, you'll miss a day.
Oh, good question. Because I feel like when I miss one day, I think, I already failed, so why bother?
And that thinking, that is the real enemy, not missing one day.
So missing one day is okay?
Here's the rule. Never miss twice.
Never miss twice. Say more.
Miss one day? Fine, it happens. But the next day, no excuses. You get back on track immediately.
Because missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new habit, a bad one.
Exactly. You said it perfectly.
Okay, listeners, this is so important. I want us all to say it together. Well, say it in your head or out loud if you're not in public.
Never miss twice.
3 words, remember them. They might save your English journey.
Now, let's talk about environment. Because your environment, the space and things around you, has a huge effect on your habit.
How so?
If your phone has an English app on the first page, the page you see first when you open it, you are more likely to use it.
Because it's right there in front of you.
If your English notebook is on your desk, visible, you're more likely to write in it.
But if it's in a drawer somewhere buried under stuff,
It doesn't exist. Out of sight, out of mind.
out of sight, out of mind. That means if you can't see something, you forget about it.
So, design your environment to make English easy and visible. Remove the friction. Friction means the obstacles, the little annoying steps that stop you from starting.
So instead of thinking, I need to be more disciplined, I just need to make English easier to access?
Yes, discipline is hard. A well-designed environment is effortless.
Okay, that genuinely just changed my perspective. I've been blaming myself for not being disciplined enough.
When really, your environment just wasn't set up for success.
Set up your environment, people. This is a game changer.
And one last thing, find your why.
Your why?
Why do you want to learn English? And I don't mean a vague answer like, for my future.
Okay, I've said that exact thing.
Be specific. I want to watch my favorite series without subtitles. I want to travel and talk to people. I want to get a better job. I want to understand song lyrics.
The more specific your why, the stronger your motivation when things get hard.
Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it. On your mirror, on your phone wallpaper.
So on the hard days, when you don't feel like it, you look at it and remember why you started.
Because there will be hard days, and your why is what pulls you through.
That's actually really beautiful, Mr. J.
Thank you, May.
Okay, I think it's time for our Golden Rules recap. Are you ready, listeners?
Let's do it. Keep it simple.
Golden Rule 1. Start small. 5 minutes a day is enough to begin.
Golden Rule 2. Habit stack. Attach English to something you already do daily.
Golden Rule 3. Don't wait for motivation. Start first. Motivation follows.
Golden Rule 4. Make it enjoyable. Study English through things you already love.
Golden Rule 5. Rotate your skills. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Switch it up.
Golden Rule 6. Track your habit. Build the chain and protect it.
Golden Rule 7, never miss twice. 1 day off is fine. 2 is a pattern.
Golden Rule 8. Design your environment. Make English visible and easy to access.
And Golden Rule 9, know your why. Write it down and let it drive you on the hard days.
9 rules. All simple, all powerful.
And honestly, you don't need to do all 9 perfectly from day 1. Pick 2 or 3. Start there.
Progress over perfection. Always.
I love that. Okay, before we go, we have our final question for you, and we genuinely want to hear your answer.
The question is this.
What is one small English habit you are going to start tomorrow? It can be anything. 5 minutes of a podcast, 1 English sentence in your notes, 3 new words.
Tell us in the comments. Be specific. Don't say, I'll study more. Say exactly what you'll do and when.
Because writing it down makes it real, and our community will cheer you on. We always do.
We are so proud of every single one of you for showing up today and investing in yourself.
That's not a small thing. A lot of people talk about learning English. You're actually doing it.
Keep going. Small steps every day lead to big changes over time.
This has been the Jay and May English Podcast. I'm May.
And I'm Mr. J.
See you in the next episode, and until then, keep your English habit alive. Even just 5 minutes. You've got this.
Take care, everyone.